It's really interesting because what you were saying is much like you did with your individual coaching, as a team, you're continuing the practices that you learned to have sustainable growth and development as you go forward. And that's so essential. And sometimes people come to the meeting, we say, we'll do the work and then walk away and nothing else happens. So that's really that. And I think that comes from leadership and your leadership as well. When I think about your embarking on that journey and you talked about being vulnerable, what was it like for you to be the CEO in the team coaching when it was a pretty vulnerable space?
I love that question. And we talk in my own individual coaching, we talked about the role of authenticity, the role of vulnerability. And I felt it was very important that I role model in those team meetings, especially at the very beginning when we were doing some of the exercises around our leadership story, that I model that I'm okay to be vulnerable. I'm okay to open up and talk about the things that I have worked through in my life. And that opened the door for other folks to feel comfortable to say, if the CEO can be open and vulnerable about who she is and her own leadership journey, then I know this is a safe space. A safe space. I know that this is something that I can do. And I think that it's with all individuals, everyone went through this in a different way. I I think some people were very comfortable with very quickly opening up, and for others, it took time, and that was okay. We weren't in a rush. We really wanted to meet people where they were in their own leadership development. I would say that there is a reality of this is that the leadership team, the senior leadership team, are a team, and they are colleagues to each other. And as a CEO, you are part of the team, but you are not. You're different because there's a reporting relationship, and so that was always a balance that I really engaged in the team as a team member. I didn't pull rank at any moment. I wanted it to be a shared future for us. Because I knew that if the team truly felt that I was being authentic to the process of leading this organization, that they too would come along and want to be part of that journey. And so I'm very proud of that work. And whenever I talk to anyone outside, I talk about the value of not only providing individuals with the ability to have someone that they can connect with and work through some of their developmental leadership opportunities. It's also important that as you do work as a group. And I think that you could do them individually. You could have individual coaching and not group work. I actually think they're complementary to each other and important because there may be something in a group session that gets triggered for an individual. And so the ability for them to go back with their coach and say, in that meeting, this is what I was feeling, and I was uncomfortable. Whatever it is that they share, that's a safe space for them that gives them the strength to be reinforced and supports them, and then feeling that they can come back into the group circle space fully comfortable because they've had that opportunity to engage with others along the way.
Right. Well, and as you talked about earlier in the beginning, your coaching is really that self-awareness journey. So what the coach did help to do there is you're reflecting back as if they did get triggered, enable them to step back and look at it and to learn from it and to develop awareness for themselves as well as strategies. Well, what would happen if I do that again? And what practices would enable me to be in that space? So that's great.